All right, everyone. Uh, Again, good news for people who like runs, bad news for people who like the pretty picture and the music. Linky is ready for our next Sonic game to round out our little Sonic showcase. So, whenever you're ready, take it away.
Hello, I've returned. So this little game that I have put up is Sonic's Gameworld, a game that was for the Sega Pico. Now, what the Sega Pico is, as it says, the Sega Pico, it is basically like a Genesis, but they've took a few things out and added a couple of things in. Mainly, they have made it so the console sort of looks like a laptop with how it opens up. There's a big trackpad on the bottom of the screen, or the bottom of the... I'm calling it a laptop now. On the bottom of the laptop. And when you put the cartridge in, you slot it into basically what would be the screen. And open the book up and you begin to touch places on the book. Think of it's like VTech Smile or Leapsters, those types of books. That's how it sort of works. But you will see, I think, throughout the run, how this is going to work. But I'll get started here. One player easy, and this is okay, yep. And we are going to go with Amy because Amy really gets representation. So time then is going to start in 3, 2, 1. So the first thing we do is I immediately change from, I have it preset to, and I did that. Nice. I have it set to screen 1, or page 1, because if we leave it on page 0, Amy just starts there and asks us to change the page. So we begin with our first game here, which is Hoops, where we throw 5 basketball hoops into these anthropomorphic nets. Don't question it. The reason why I had to back out is because this category is max score, so we want to make sure we're getting first, or we are scoring with every attempt we need to. Stuff like that, basically. That I did that with one hand because I am that skilled. Absolutely not an easy game.
Amazing.
Takes years of practice. And same with this one, I have been on the grind with this game for 5 years. It's a kids game. It's an edutainment game that came out in 1991 or 2. I should have did my homework. I forgot. Oops. And I'm going to leave this at 15 because I'm not confident. But yes, this came out and was intended for young kids if the whole mini-game collection thing didn't give it away. Oh no, he's going to get 14? Well, fine. So, we just make our way through and apparently learn important early stage development skills. Like skee-ball. Oh no! Did the crowd say 96? It might have. I'm 94 to 96. Thank you, chap. So here we want to try and get 50 because it moves us along the fastest. Except for one instance where we want to get 30 because this, oh, we could get another 30. This doesn't, multiply in 50s. It is very weird that how it is laid out, but that's what I found is if you get all 50s and then 130, it just is a little bit faster. Come on, get that 30. There we go. So the 2 30s made it be a little bit weird, but if you wanted to be fast, that's how you do it. So this is the only page that has 4 games. We're going to go to the next page here, and it's going to have 3 games, much like the next page will. Flags terrifies me. Because Eggman has no animations. He's just very suddenly, using his hands, and I don't like that. I can't make any mistakes with this. If I want max points, I have to make sure I'm following them to a T. I have about 3 seconds, but for some reason, well, not for some reason. I know the reason. This is a speed run. I want to go fast. Oh, that didn't count, thank God. Yeah, I want to go fast, obviously. And that one, I don't know, he just aggressively raises the flag. This is another game that scares me as well. You know, believe it or not, something about asking basically a Genesis to accurately emulate a crane game with, you know, I didn't. Okay, thanks game. I didn't let go of the button.
You hate to see it.
But, yeah, asking an early 90s game to emulate physics properly doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence, to be honest. But here we are. We are going to get the black flicky because Tails was just a bit too far for my liking. And we're going to get Sonic. I don't like Eggman's position. Eggman is a very wide character to collect for this, so I do try and get him with a bit more time. So that was a bit slow because of the game messing up, and then naturally my confidence being a little bit shaken up by the game deciding to be weird. But this is where I have my stress relief halfway throughout the run. We just play whack-a-mole with Dr. Robotnik here. And believe it or not, this was actually the first game to reference him as both Dr. Robotnik and Eggman. Which is just, of all games, this little game that no one knew about until it was actually Huds601 who was going through his encyclopedia. And on the timeline it said that this game came out, and I was like, huh, I wonder what that game is. And looked it up, looked up the emulator, found this, and since then I have made the emulator board for this game. We only need to do 21 to get excellent, so no point stressing ourselves out getting more than what we need. So now I'm on to page 3, and this is the, I would like to call the quote-unquote gambling section of this game. Now this game doesn't actually have any gambling because it's a kid's game, but in the Japanese version of the game there is gambling. On page 5 and 6, I believe, but when it was ported to America, didn't come out in Europe, when it was ported to America, the people who check games, I don't know who they are, I don't think it was the ASRB, said, we can't teach our kids gambling. So they replaced those 2 pages just with a colouring page, which I will quickly show off at the end of the run, but ignoring them, this is my most stressful page. This one, it's easy, it's just follow the egg, and we just stare at a very, very red Eggman. I don't know why he's so red, and why he also has this amusement set up for us to play in. There's some context and lore happening in this game that's never explained. So now...
I'm very upset that he lost.
Very upset. Concentration. Okay, oh. We got double black flicky, that is good. What is... I believe it is then... Yep. So in my book, I have most of these already wrote out. I don't have every single match. However, it doesn't matter, because this is the main bit. I can only make one mistake, and it's fine. We don't... we got it. We got the first attempt. That is... Thank God.
Yo, let's go.
That's... I couldn't ask for a better RNG for that.
You're just absolute speedrun mastery right here. Let's go.
Yep. So this is the next game where it isn't RNG, but it moves so fast that it may as well be. So we'll find against Dr. Robotnik here, and I want to land on Sonic because then that means Sonic will throw a ring at him. If it lands on him, he'll throw one at me, as you'll see here. I don't know why we have ringed violence, but here we are. Teaching our kids violence at a very early age. Can't believe this game. If we land on the ring, we get extra health. Which, it's okay, but it's slow. We ideally want to try and get 5 Sonics. Oh, how could you? And the question mark is just random. So, this is another thing where there's a fair amount of time loss just because I just have to hope I hit the Sonics. Okay, one more. Come on. Nope. Oh, come on! I'm so close! Robotnik, please! Okay, there we go, and there he goes. See, Space Cowboy.
Amazing.
So now we are on to our final mini-game. Just a warning for tech. It will end very suddenly because it is a search game. So that's our first emerald. We have to find 5 emeralds and there are 4 floors, so the final... Okay, we could just find the yellow one immediately. I'm not going to complain. So, it's okay if Robotnik finds a couple, so long as we have 3, it's fine. Time is coming up, and there's time. Like I said,
Amazing.
I don't know what the final one is, so time just happens. But that was Gameworld, a very, very short game. I'm curious, what was my time?
I'm seeing 9:35.
9:35. That is a minute off my world record, which isn't bad, to be honest.
Amazing.
Yeah, so as the credits go through, and we wait for our favourite characters, just like to thank Proper Pride for letting me on. Thank you to Classic Sonic Speedrun community and Club 601. They put up with my nonsense of the wackiest Sonic games that you can see. That's my niche, I guess, right now. And as well as all the other marathons that have let me in, all the friends I've made from them, and my boyfriend who I know is watching. Hello, hi. And I guess finally, last thing to say is trans rights are human rights, and you shouldn't be afraid to be yourself, whether you're part of the LGBT community or not. You know, everyone deserves the right to live and be themselves.
That is so true, and you're so real for saying that. Linky, where can we find you?
You can find me over on twitch.tv/brokenhyperlink, on Twitter. I'm not calling it that. That other name. At,
The bird
I
site?
believe, at brokenhyperlink. And then I think more or less on every other site, it's brokenhyperlink SRC if you want the specific speedrun content. Because I have different other things that have, you know, different names, but Broken Hyperlink SRC typically is the speedrun content, so if you just search my name, you will inevitably find me. If not, I'm in a lot of servers. You can probably find me in one of them. So, yeah.
Alright, well, thank you again for showing off our little mini Sonic block with those 2 goofy little Sonic games. We are going to take a quick break while we finish getting set up for our next runs. So, again, get up, stretch, grab a drink, do what you need to do, take care of yourselves. We'll be back with Power Up with Pride 2024 in just a few. Sit tight, or, yeah, actually get up and stretch. You know what I mean. We'll see ya. All right, welcome back, everyone. Or if you're just coming in, welcome for the first time to Power Up with Brad 2024, where we are currently still getting set up for our next run. I'm Mina. I'm still your host. Deal with it. I'm here for a little while longer. Just to remind you why we're all here, we are raising money for True Colors United. They're a group that implements innovative solutions to youth homelessness with a focus on the unique experiences of LGBTQ plus young people. And they're a great group. They're equipping service providers with the tools to create safe and inclusive spaces that meet the needs of all youth experiencing homelessness. Through the Equity Hub, toolkits, and continuously growing resources, they've helped thousands of staff transform their agency's physical space, culture, and policies. So, really great work that we're raising money for. And speaking of raising money, I've been harping on it for a while, but we do have some really fun donation incentives going on right now. We still have that Archipelago Randomizer Suffering bid war going on, and that's going to be fun. So, if you're not familiar with a randomizer, we're going to take a game that you know and you love, and we're going to stick it in a bag, shuffle it around, and the bosses and the items and everything is going to fall where it falls. And the runners are not going to know where that is. Archipelago takes that a step further by putting 5 games in the bag and shaking them around. Well, 4 games in this case. You can get a lot of games in Archipelago. I've seen some pretty wild ones happening through the grapevine. But we got 4 happening tonight that are going to be running all at the same time. There's Link to the Past with the Key Drop Shuffle in the poll. You can add Ice Traps to Castlevania 64, Orbs, All Nerfs, and Time Spinner, and add more traps to Tunic. Those are your options for the Archipelago Rando Suffering. I don't know why they called it Suffering. I play Dwarf Fortress. We call that fun over there. And just to make it even spicier, for every $200 that goes towards that poll, we're going to add another winner. And if we get $600 towards that poll, everyone is going to have a little extra fun. So definitely make sure you donate towards that. And we also have a stretch goal going on right now for Kaniku Neko, a Super Muscle Cat, to watch the intro cutscene. It's unhinged. I've been told that we want to see it. I like unhinged things. I would like to see it. So let's donate and make sure that we get that met as well. But enough about all that. I want to know, chat, what have been your favorite runs so far? And what are you looking forward to seeing through the rest of the weekend? Because there's still a lot of marathon to go, and we've already got a surprising amount of marathon behind us as well. So let me know. What are you waiting for? And what have you loved that you've seen so far? Because I'm very curious. All right. We already got the safe answer. My favorite runs were the ones that I was around to see. Amazing. We love the safe, politically correct answer. Yeah, Anade wants to see Plock. I don't know if y'all missed the blind first playthrough race of Plock from the pre-show on Wednesday evening. You need to go back and watch that VOD because it was very funny. Mecha Link told me that if I'm going to do comms, I have to do my homework, and I needed to go back and watch that VOD because I missed it live. I was tired on Wednesday, and I went to bed early. I laughed. I cried. I went through the whole range of human emotions. It was a great race. It definitely needs to be gone back over and watched. So if you missed that one live, that's one you definitely want to catch the VOD for. And we're going to be doing it again today with Mecha Link. That'll be coming up a little later on. Yeah, Mail Time was super cute. Like, I agree with that take. Scala was one of the runners from that blind run, and Scala is saying that they need to see how Plock actually works as a run. And I agree with that, because from what little I gleaned from it, it looks very similar to another game where you fling your limbs around, a certain Rayman looking franchise. But yeah, I'm being told that we're about ready for our next run. So sit tight. We'll kick that off in just a moment.